The first one was about like overcoming
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, that's really hard. I think what I've found most recently is being around, like, I feel like people say that all the time, is like being around other artists and like-minded people. But it's like crazy when it's actually that, you know. I've spent a lot of time with other artists or other people in the city, and I don't actually ever feel I don't I don't feel inspired. I feel competitive, and I feel like I have to keep my inspirations and keep my worries, and I feel like things are going to be used. But I think I like really recently I found a lot of really special artists that truly understand or we relate to the same work ethic or the same struggles, and like in that everything else kind of disappears and all you care about is really connecting with these people and really creating something. And there's no it's like a third life is created, you know, that has nothing tied to the ego, that only happens when you are in collaboration. And like that's been the only thing that's have saved me from like imposter syndrome or like not being motivated, to like have somebody that inspires you to tell you like keep going. It's almost just as strong as like you saying it to yourself. And yeah, I don't know. I like want to keep these people close. So then I don't know, I just keep going. It's so easy to fall short with social media or feel like you are. But I mean, you have to go to what's real, and that's people. I think it's really, really difficult, especially if you're not coming from some place that already has like a lot of resources. But I also think a big part of it is to like look past it. And it sucks, like, not, I don't know. A part of it is like I want to care about my art so deeply that it feels like a part of me. But then also, if I post it online and it gets gypped or like it's not received in the way that I want it to be, I don't want to feel like I'm being denied. And so, like, even though like it feels like I'm on the outside, like looking at all these people that have already a platform of visibility and like people that care about their work, and I'm like, how am I going to get there? And like, how do I like stay valuable as like these trends are moving? Um, but like, I don't know, it's kind of like what I was saying before about the people, having other artists, that it's like beyond the material and beyond almost what you create.
Battery exhausted after.
Damn. Saying social media, it being hard to, yeah, well, to keep going. I don't know. I have to delete Instagram from my phone like 4 to 5 days out of the week, and have like many people muted, and like have it very restricted because it really affects me. I don't know if it affects other people like that, and like makes them really emotional and makes them like really doubt themselves, and like makes them feel really, it sounds so dramatic to say like worthless, but it's like when you see these numbers that are directly tied to like somebody's work, you're going to see it as value. And like I have to shut it off. And like, but that makes it so like, I don't know, that saves me. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think more people should do that and like really use the platform to express. But there's also so much like connection you could make, and like new people you can find, and like collaborations that can appear through social media. And so it's, I don't think in all it's one thing of good or bad. But it's like I don't know, it's like a drug. You kind of have to be careful with how much you are influenced by it and you indulge in it, and when it stops being fun and it just becomes like a sick habit. But yeah. That's it.
What would you say is the biggest misconceptions about New York in the fashion kind of art industry?
I think it's kind of stupid to say the whole thing's misconceived, but I think the stuff that gets not only documented, but then what's then pushed out from the city and then pushed out to represent America in a global sense is such a particular like crowd and a very like, I don't know, particular niche of people. And I don't know, I think a lot of it presents itself as like, and that even goes for like technology, it's just like, it's for, I don't know, it kind of just like removes, it makes it such a facade about for what it really is. And like, unless you already have like a huge foot in the door, like I've been working in fashion for like 2.5 years and it's all like unglamorous, like manual labor, like unpaid, like 12, 14-hour jobs. And like that's from somebody that doesn't have any backgrounds or connections to it. And so I don't know. I think people need to just stick to themselves way more. And I think going and trying to aspire to be something that you're seeing mystified, online is, I don't know. It's never helped me, but yeah, I don't know. I think there's way more behind the scenes that people don't realize, that people don't like to admit, and like cards that they don't want to tell they've been dealt. But it's okay. Like, it's just kind of the way it is. You can't let it stop you. The fact that some things are built unjustly. I don't know.
What kind of advice would you give either to your younger self or someone else in that same kind of position, like the younger version of you
Yeah.
wanting to do what you want to do?
I would tell myself to, I think I would tell myself to stick to myself, and that the approval of others is not a reflection of who you are. And that, I don't know, that's a really good, let me think about it for a little bit. Yeah, I guess when I was a kid, I spent a long time just waiting around for the approval from the world and like the authority to say you've done a good job or you're enough, and then I could go. And that like waiting for to be seen, like in that like kind of like in between space, I spent so much time there, and I regret it so much. And like telling myself I had the capability to say that I've done a good job and that means something is something that I wish I'd practiced when I was younger. Because you don't have to wait for other people to see you to be seen, if that makes sense, or for you to see yourself, or for you to recognize what you've done and what you've created for yourself. Yeah, because then like when you're able to like really build that relationship with yourself, it's like the whole world disappears. It's like the same when it's like bad and you like are horrible to yourself. It's like nobody's opinion can matter. But I think in the opposite, it can be really special. So yeah, that's it.
Cool, that's all good. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can I take this off?
Yeah.
I hope this picked up everything.